Hi, and welcome to Cinema Figures. And today is the start of something that I've been so super excited about, and that is Sharkathon. So, Sharkathon, definitely something. If you are a fan of Shark Week like I am, hopefully you'll enjoy this. But the first film into our dive on into Sharkathon is going to be 47 Meters Down. So, 47 Meters Down came out in 2017, and it stars Mandy Moore and Claire Holt, both starring as sisters that are on vacation together, and ultimately decide that they want a bit more adventure, so they go into a shark dive tank, where that cage, they ended up 47 meters down. Alright, so before I dive on into the review for this a bit more, let me just save you some time here. The first time I watched this film, I almost turned it off. Because the first 10 minutes of this film are so poorly written and just so lame. Honestly, I understand you're trying to get me to care about these sisters. You're trying to justify why they would go on this whole shark cage excursion and everything. But you know what? You could have summed it up very quickly by just saying, hey, your boyfriend's a douchebag. And we're here to explore an adventure and have some fun. But seriously, the first 10 minutes of this feel like 45 minutes. Wholeheartedly feels like it's well over half an hour of suffering through this film. But, if you skip ahead about 10 minutes in, I would highly suggest that, because the film's actually pretty great from then on out. So, we're gonna dive past all of the setup that we had to suffer through in the first 10 minutes of this film. Let's just run through by saying Claire Holt, Mandy Moore, they're sisters. They're on a vacation together. Mandy Moore just went through a pretty painful breakup. Her boyfriend said she was boring. So her younger sister, Kate, is going to make sure she has some fun on this vacation. They meet some guys. The guys are going to go on in a shark cage. The girls want to join said shark cage. Here we are, 10 minutes in. I saved you so much time. But anywho, diving right on into it, you look right at the boat that they're going into. It's like, maybe question the boat, especially with how cheap this whole excursion is. If you're going into a shark cage and they're only charging you about $100, $200 a pop per head, you probably aren't the safest on this boat. Just saying. But they do end up going on. Of course, they're having a great time. And, we do get a bit more of a playoff between Lisa and Kate. Lisa, the older sister, she's always been the much more secure out of the two. And she's feeling a little unsafe in this cage. And she wants to go back up. Well, Kate, of course, wants to continue to be in the cage, continue to watch the sharks. Also, it's probably important to mention that Kate is an experienced diver, and there, the adventurous one, the athletic one, there you go. But unfortunately, when the cage is getting brought back up, the winch decides to jam for a second, and their safety snaps, and the girls are then thrown down to the bottom of the ocean floor here, which just so happens to be 47 meters down, which, like the name of this film, 47 Meters Down, really not a great place for a couple of girls to be wholeheartedly. But so once they actually fall, Lisa is injured. Kate's freaking out. Lisa's injured. I will tell you something that I truly loved throughout this film was the inclusion of the face masks. So normally when you see a shark film, you just see your old school scuba gear, mask, you know, mouthpiece, and you can't really talk. So normally in a shark film, they can't have much in the way of dialogue underneath water. You can't see much in the way of expression underneath water. It's normally told through body movement, where their actions are going, what they're feeling, what have you. However, with these new masks, which apparently aren't as state-of-the-art as I was thinking, because I did a lot of research after this, and apparently they're coming a bit more standard now. So that's kind of cool, honestly. I know last time I went snorkeling, I did not have one of those masks, but I definitely want one. Anywho, so Kate's injured. Sorry, Lisa's injured. Kate's freaking out, and they are actually cut off from the radio with the boat. So when Lisa finally comes to, they realize that they now need to leave the safety of the cage in order to maintain radio contact with the boat up above. So this is going to breed all sorts of issues, because this now means that one of them have to swim up quite a bit in order to get radio contact straight into dark, open water, where we already know sharks are, and there is already some sort of a chum substance in the water. The sharks are hanging out. It's gonna be a fun time. So of course, Kate ends up being the one that's going to go up above. She's the experienced swimmer and the experienced diver. She's younger, she's faster, she's going up there. So she is actually able to maintain a bit of radio contact. I believe it's back at 27 meters down. So a little bit of a distance there. And the water is quite dark. And when she's up there, the captain tells her that she needs to go back down to the cage where it's safe, that they're sending another winch. It'll be fine. Stay in the cage. That is your only safe spot. So, of course, throughout this entire film, it's not just the sharks that are terrifying, which they are, because the girls get chased around by these sharks quite a bit. Whenever you leave this cage, there is a shark present, basically. You are wholeheartedly in dark, deep, open water. And there's also the issue, if you're that far down, air. So you could drown, you could suffocate, you could be injured the way Lisa was early on, and you know, it's hard to get you back up for medical safety, as well as the SIDS become an issue. So possibly having air bubbles go into your brain and make you hallucinate, all sorts of crazy things that actually ends up playing a bit into the film. That's a real fear. But also, can they actually trust those in the boat up above? Are they actually there to help the girls, or are they just trying to clean up a few loose ends, trying not to get in trouble? So all of these fears are working throughout the entire film. I love it so much. I wholeheartedly think there was so much that went into this film that we don't see from a lot of shark movies nowadays, especially since the majority of shark movies are pretty lower budget. I mean, it's kind of a horror subgenre that's pushed aside. Not all shark movies are held to the same esteem that Jaws is, unfortunately. But I will tell you, 47 meters down, I didn't think much of it when it was first, you know, getting a little bit of traction there. I was like, it's Mandy Moore in a shark movie. Why would I want to watch that? I will tell you, I was completely wrong. 47 meters down throughout, it made you care about these characters. It made you flinch when you thought something was happening to them. And I will tell you, not trying to spoil the ending at all for you, the very ending, I thought we were going to get this huge, fantastical, happy ending. And it's a question. It's a question at the very end. It definitely flips everything around on you as the viewer. And I gotta tell you, I have a lot of respect for this film. There is actually a sequel that is coming out into theaters, I believe in a few weeks. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that is it for this episode of Cinema Figures and Sharkathon. I'm going to be doing a review for every day leading into Shark Week. So that is going to be 27 films in 27 days. That is quite a bit of work there. I am going to be filming some of these the same days, so some of them may be out of order. Some of them I might look the exact same between videos, you know. Just deal with it. It's fine. It's fine. A lot of these I'm going to be filming at the same time, so just bear with me there. But definitely 47 Meters Down. If you have never seen it yourself, I would highly suggest it. I know the first time I watched it, it was on Netflix. I do own a copy of the Blu-ray for myself, and I don't care how campy the sequel looks. I'm gonna go see it. It's got a lot of teeth. It's got a lot of sharks. It looks a little silly at times, but you know what? That's kind of what 47 Meters Down was for a little bit. And I mean, if you're a shark movie fan, you're used to silly. You're used to silly. You're used to gore, and you're there to have fun and be scared. That's what it's all about. So yeah, please do give me a like. Comment below and tell me some of your favorite shark films, and maybe some of them might actually be making an appearance on this list. I am doing 27 films. Most of the videos are already going to be filmed by the time I am releasing this, so sorry if it doesn't make it on this. Maybe if this works out, I might do one later down the road. So yeah, please do subscribe to Cinema Figures for more movie-related content. Also, Sharkathon, which is our big, our first big thing here on Cinema Figures, and I'm very, very excited about it. So yeah, that's it. I'm your host, Caitlin. And until next time, guys, bye.